Good morning, everyone. We'll just wait for a few more people to come in. It's 9 o'clock in Manila, and I am streaming from New Zealand. We'll just wait for a few more minutes until everybody comes on board. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Maricar. Welcome to Urban Ashram Yoga, and this is day 12 of the 21-day positivity habit. This will be a 30-minute session, and this is day 12 out of 21. So there are a couple more days, and if you missed the first few sessions, do know that we loaded this up in our YouTube channel under Urban Ashram Yoga. So you can if you missed any days, then you can always catch up, and so that there's no need to stress over the inability to join these 21 days. So good morning, everybody. My name is Maricar. I know you're mostly in Manila, but I am streaming from New Zealand, so I'm 4 hours ahead. And this is 1 o'clock my time. So hapon na dito, umaga naman sa inyo. Pero I do want to say that any time of the day is a good time to start a positivity habit. We started this at Urban Ashram so that we can actually find ways to help each other and help ourselves uplift our spirits, especially during these very challenging times. And the topic for today is overcoming fear. And it's probably one of the most compelling topics to talk about in this day and age. The fear of what can happen, and the fear of knowing that what has happened in the past traumatizes us for today. So I'd like to talk about that today, overcoming fear. We will also go through a few breathing exercises, and that breathing exercises helps us with our energy levels throughout the day. Especially this is the midweek. Medyo, it's what they call the midweek hump. So trying to get over the middle of the week in order to still have enough energy for the rest of the days, and looking forward to the weekends. The first few days of the positivity habit was led by JP, and we talked about really how you are in your space at this stage, and how you as an individual affects everybody around you. That the energy that you have and that the energy you radiate affects not just the other, but the other's other too. So it's very important that we are aware of our own energies. The second one was day 4 to 6 was with Lasse, and Lasse talked about how the thoughts that compel us to have all these emotions tend to rule our psyche and create all this heaviness in our bodies and the worries that we have. And yet he reminds us that thinking, our thoughts, are our habits. That we are not just our thoughts, that these are things that we can change and we can refocus our energy. And then, of course, my dearest Troy, my friend Troy, who's also here today, good morning, reminds us that we are the source, that we are the true guiding light that provides hope, inspiration to ourselves and to our others, and that at this point in time, it's truly important to have self-care. That only when we care for ourselves can we truly care for others, and have the energy to share with the others. I think the appropriate, though seemingly negative word for today is infectious. That just as bad energy can suck the life out of you, what we call energy vampires, so can positivity. Mindsets that we have matter. It shifts our mood for the day. It focuses our energy into what is important to achieve for the day. And that maybe means that we achieve just peace of mind and the quietness of the heart. And then, of course, for the last few sessions, I started with day 10, which talked about freedom. And then day 11, which talked about awareness. So I'd like to go back to the definition of freedom, and I may sound repetitive for those who are here for the last 2 days, but just reminding ourselves that freedom doesn't mean what it used to mean anymore. We have now the opportunity to redefine and reassess what we meant as freedom, especially if we are confined in these four walls and our and things are beyond our control. That when you used to have the control to want to accomplish bigger things like travel the world or achieve going up the corporate ladder or accumulating wealth, we ask ourselves, what am I wanting to be free of today? And more often than not, it would really be fear, anxiety, and the freedom to be okay with not having control, freedom to be okay with uncertainty and that sense of acceptance. And then we talked about awareness. And at the end of yesterday's class, I asked this Miss Universe question, like, if you were to have one wish for the world, what would it be? And I really truly wish that we would flick our own awareness switch. It's like an on and off. We all have it within us to choose, and that's freedom. The ability to choose that's right for us, given the constraints given to us. And we can only do this with a sense of awareness, a sense of understanding where we are at the present moment, a sense of kindness and humility and compassion for ourselves, that knowing we are not perfect, and perhaps the things we used to attach ourselves to are no longer relevant. And therefore, what do? In yoga, we have this sutra, and we say pratipaksha bhavanam, and that means cultivate the opposite. That means if things aren't working for you anymore, it's time to change. And that's what this entire pandemic has taught me. It's allowed me to look at what I used to value, what I used to emulate, what I used to desire and achieve, and ask myself, is that really what you need for today? Is that what your purpose is, your dharma? Can you still find pleasure in the same things you used to? Or should you find other ways to be joyful, to allow the body to move? Can you find success in something new that is probably more relevant? And the last, which is the last of the pursuit of the yogi, is, can you truly, truly not be attached to it and let it go? And so that you are free from attachments, free from habits, and free from fear. So I'd like to start first with a seated pose. Hi, Polly. I'm so glad you're here. All right. So I'd like you to sit. And this is a practice of awareness, breathing. So the mind will always go where it wants to go. And if it's fear, worry, and anxiety, then the mind will be led towards that because it was a habit and you promote it because the environment promotes it. But the reality is you have to recognize that the freedom is the freedom to choose, to respond to external environment and not react like an animal. We don't just fight, flight, or freeze. We have the opportunity to pause with our breath. And in that moment of breath, we are presented with myriads of options, of choices that we can choose from. And we don't rush into those choices. We pause, we observe, and then we have the knowledge and the wisdom to choose what is right for you. So awareness, like I said, there are many words for awareness. Mindfulness, being in the present moment, paying attention, focused. So these are synonyms, but they actually mean that at this point in time, you're listening with full focus, you're aware of your surroundings through sensory perceptions, and you are no longer thinking in the past, nor are you thinking of the future. So how to do it? We'll try an awareness practice through the breath. So I want you to sit tall. Find your sitting bones, the sharp, bony bones on your butt, on your bum. Can I say that here? Bum. And then can you place your hands on your thighs and use that to lift your belly up to your chin? And see if you can have your ears over your shoulders, over your hips. So the spine is tall and long. And so the energy from the structural integrity of your spine allows for the fluidity of energy. And as you sit, you close your eyes, You feel the grounding of your sitting bones on the floor and your feet firmly planted. And you use the pressure of the hands on your thighs to give you that extra support so you can lift all the way to your chin. And as you close your eyes, I'm not looking, I can't see you. Open and close your mouth, let the jaw drop. And move the muscles in your face. They say the tightness in your face, sometimes it's because of things you shouldn't have said, or things you could have said better, or things you didn't say. So let it go. It's from the past. Move the jaw around. Feel how the muscles in your jaw connect all the way to your chest. And see how the movement of the jaw allows the muscles in your face to move. And as you move the muscles in your face, can you gently feel the eyelids soften so the creases disappear, the lines between the eyebrows, they soften too, and release the lines in the forehead. Now, no one's looking again, so lengthen your tongue. Your tongue is connected to the base of your neck, so bringing the awareness to the back of the neck to allow the neck to grow long. So lengthen your tongue, turn it clockwise, and turn it counterclockwise. And then let the tongue rest at the base of your mouth. And then gently close the lips, just letting the inner lips gently touch one another. So the lips are supple and they're soft and they feel young. And with the softness of your face, you find the stability in your feet and your seating bones. And then you observe your breath. Observation, the ability to witness, the ability to watch, the ability to just take your mind away from engaging, but rather watching your breath and coming back to our basics, our senses. Noticing how the body feels, the sense of feeling through the rising and the falling of the chest. And then noticing the sound of your breath. So if you really listen closely, you'll hear your own vibrations. And the breath from within, allowing you to see your mind focus on the rhythm, the sound of your breath. Now we'll bring more mindful attention to your breath. As you inhale through your nose, feel the belly rise, fill up the lungs, all the way to the top of your chest. And then as you exhale through your mouth, notice how the body feels, what the body feels when you want to release the breath. And then as you inhale through your nose, bring the breath into the belly, the lower back, both lungs, the back lungs, the shoulders, the back of the neck, and then you hold yourself full. You pause at the top. And then as you exhale through your mouth, notice, can you keep the spine long and tall as you draw the belly in, allowing the diaphragm to lift and release, to squeeze the lungs all the way to the top of your chest. And then you hold yourself empty at the bottom. And then you inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. Feel the fullness and expansion of the body. This time, close your mouth. Exhale through your nose, still contracting the base of your throat so you still hear your breath. Letting go. And then you leave yourself empty at the bottom and be okay with that emptiness. And then you inhale again, expanding, widening, broadening, lifting, getting taller, getting wider. Hold yourself at the top. Watch how you feel. And then exhale through your nose slowly for 4, 3, 2, 1. And being okay with the emptiness at the bottom, the fourth part of the breath. Inhaling for the first part of the breath. Feeling it in the armpits, the side of the waist, the jaw, the cheeks. You feel this invigoration of energy. And then the second part, you hold yourself at the top. And then as you exhale through your nose, you keep the spine long. You use your core to draw in. You feel the diaphragm lift to release. And you squeeze the lungs until there's nothing left for the third part. And then you leave yourself at the bottom empty. Now on your own, inhaling. Expanding, widening, soft hold at the top. Exhaling, releasing the breath through your nose, softening, widening, and then holding yourself at the bottom. Inhaling, breathing, feeling the breath through the rising of the chest. Exhaling, listening to the breath as you slowly allow the breath to release. One more cycle here, inhaling, breathing, filling yourself up with all the good energy in every single cell in your body. And then you exhale, releasing that which no longer serves you. Carbon dioxide, anxiety, fear, and letting that all go. And for the last cycle of breath, feel your breath. Bring your right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. And as you inhale, you breathe into the belly that it feels the right hand, the belly touches. The left hand, that the chest lifts into the left hand. And then you hold yourself full. Feel the fullness of yourself. And as you exhale, when you draw the belly in, the right hand sinks into the belly. The left hand sinks, and yet the spine remains tall. Last cycle, through the hands, through the sound, through the imagination. Exhaling, letting it go. Feeling that own rhythm, that calm heart, that quiet mind. And then very slowly, just starting to let go of your breathing, coming back into your natural breath. Just allowing yourselves now to observe, to rest the thinking mind, to watch your thoughts rather than engage them, to feel the body through the rising and the falling of the chest, and perhaps noticing how rhythmic the heart is, how even, and how every single cell of the body is invigorated by that oxygen, the goodness, and no longer feeling the stress that you've released through the exhales. The softness of the face, the suppleness of the lips, and the softness of the eyes. Bringing your hands back to the tops of your thighs, and at your own time, gently blink your eyes open and release. Good morning, and you've just done your first yoga practice for today. So everyone thinks yoga is all these crazy poses, but the true essence of yoga is really the breath. It's the tool that you have in everyday living. And I'd like to talk about our affirmation. So affirmation is a mantra. It's something you repeat throughout the day, and something that becomes a guiding principle, an intention that will carry you through. So our mantra, and GN will type this out, it will say, divine knowledge makes my life richer and easier. Divine wisdom gladdens my heart and shows the path. So let's repeat that. Divine knowledge makes my life richer and easier. And divine wisdom gladdens my heart and shows me the path. So knowledge, I said, is the accumulation of knowledge. It tells you what is right or wrong, and it's stored in your memory. We've talked about yesterday the awareness to know that richer life and easy life may be not what you used to define it as. For me, right now, richness is health. Ease is the ability to go through my day without fear and with joy. And so we define it. And this is what the pandemic has taught us. It makes us go back to the true human condition. The ability to find joy, not fear. The ability to find pleasure, not pain. The ability to find exhilaration rather than fear. So these are emotions. And these emotions, the emotions are what I call the body's response to the mind. You know, when you're scared, you feel it in your body. When you're sad, the tears come out. When you're joyful, all the lines in your face come out because you're happy. And so the body, emotions are the body's response to the mind. And it's nestled in the body, just like trauma. You know, so think about so many things in your life that are scary and then let that go. But for the same amount of energy that you're putting in fear, can you redirect that focus into the moments when you were joyful? So remind yourself, let's take a few moments. When did you last experience joy? Was it this morning when your coffee was so good that you're like, this coffee is so good. I am happy for the day. Or was it when your daughter went up to you and said, Papa, you're so cute. I love you. Or was it when you went out to the beach and saw the sun and the sky was blue and you were happy? And that's what memory is for. Memory stores knowledge. Memory stores the emotion. And that's what memories are for. They are meant for you to evolve. If you live in your memory of the past, let's say I was the VP of some company, I'm like, oh, I'm the VP of some company. You're going to be unhappy because that's no longer today. You know, you're retired now. It's time to think, what are the things from the past that brought me joy? And then it's not about that memory. It's about the feeling that you felt at the time. I remember the first date with my husband and I get kilig. And the point is not to remember the first date, to remember that feeling and find that feeling nestled in your body because it's there. And then take some time to let it simmer in every single cell in your body in the present moment. And that's how positivity works. That's how emotions are born. And that's how divine knowledge of memory stored in the past, nestled in your body through these emotions, are for. That's what makes your life richer and easier. The memories of the past, take the emotion, bring it to the present moment, and let it invigorate the body. And that's where the wisdom comes in. The wisdom is the ability, the power to choose what is right for you. No longer what the world says, no longer what norms have put there, but what is right for you. You define it based on the audience that you want. So, overcoming fear is a choice. It's a choice that you make for the present moment. And you draw from the memory of the past and you bring it from here. And therefore, you know now that the fear of trauma from the past can be ignored, can be disregarded. And the anxiety that the future brings, the uncertainty, has not happened. What has happened is not what you're about. What you're about is now, the present moment, your awareness of sensory perceptions, the ability to feel yourself at this moment, the ability to know that at this moment, it is good. And so we remind ourselves, divine knowledge, the universal truth, the truth that you believe will carry you through, drawing from the knowledge of the past, keeping that positive emotion in the present moment to carry you through the next step. And I look at our lives not in terms of dates, times. I know we're on our 101th day, but this is a period in time. If you think of the Cro-Magnon man era, the Renaissance era, they are eras. This is a period in time. It is not forever, and sure, time is passing. But you will look back someday and say, what did I do at that moment in time? Did I choose to succumb to fear of the past and the anxiety of the future? Or did I choose to be aware, to be in the present moment with my breath, and choose to be happy, to be joyful, and to be wise? And that's where divine wisdom gladdens the path, gladdens my heart, and shows you the path. So I'd like to talk about the mudra. So the mudra, this is what we call the Yana mudra or the chin mudra. So the Yana mudra is when it's facing up, and the chin mudra is when it's facing down. So facing up to the heaven and facing down into the earth. So these are the index finger and the thumb. And if you press it at the joint, that just means that you are giving. And this is passive receiving. All right, so it's your choice. Do you feel like giving or do you feel like receiving? But that's why you have two hands. You can receive with one and you can give with the other. The right hand stays on your heart. The left hand stays on your hand, on your thigh. And you use the hands closest to you. The three fingers represent the gunas. These are the characteristics of the world, the small bubble that you have, your microcosm. and the characteristics of the greater world. Tamas, which is lethargy, the inability to just step back. Rajas, which is energy, action, doing something about it. And third, which is oh my God, I don't even remember the third. But the third is about balance and harmony. Okay? So allow yourselves to place the index finger, the thumb close to your heart, the three fingers facing up to your chin, the other fingers receiving, giving. This one is receiving. And then you close your eyes once more. And at this moment in time, you're going to be fully aware of your senses. You inhale through your nose. You exhale through your nose. And with that energy, you draw back to that moment in time of joy. Maybe the time your daughter went up to you and gave you a hug. The first time you met your partner and got kilig and got excited. The first time you got your promotion and thought, wow, they acknowledged me. And yet, let go of that memory, but let that emotion stay in the body, in every single cell, down to the simplest molecule, nucleus of your body. Let it simmer, let it linger, let it stay. And use the breath. As you inhale, you bring that joy in. You let it go to every single cell in your body. And then as you exhale, you release the sigh of relief, knowing that the knowledge is there, the wisdom to choose, the freedom to let go, and the awareness to bring you gratitude for the present moment. You inhale, you get taller, you get wider, you press the index finger and the thumb, you reaffirm the seal of positivity in every single cell. And then as you exhale, you feel the corners of the lips curl to the corners of your ears. So the shift in that inner smile allows you to reaffirm it in the body. And then you inhale again, you breathe, you expand, you feel the power of positivity ring through the body. And then you let yourself go, knowing that the cycle of rebirth is within your own control. So last few cycles on your own, allowing you to feel the seal, to receive the grace of the universe, the grace of everyone's energy here. And allow the inhales to take all that goodness in, reminding you that the joy, the happiness, the pleasure, the exhilaration, the ecstasy has always been there. And the reason that it's there is so that it stays and reminds you that all is good, all is great, and all will be well. And then very slowly you bring your hands back into your thighs. You let go of the breathing. And you allow yourselves to just see yourselves from within, to feel the body, feel the buzzing, all that electricity, that energy within you, that life force, the prana. And then just imagine every single cell nurturing the body with the softness of the face, the softness of the eyelids, the relaxation in the jaw. And repeating to yourself, divine knowledge makes my life richer and easier. Divine wisdom gladdens my heart and shows me the path. We'll stay here for the next few seconds, just allowing yourselves to observe, to watch, to witness. And then we bring our right hand on our heart, our left hand above our heart. And we thank ourselves for this body. We thank ourselves for this physical manifestation of our lives, our ability to connect with others and with ourselves at this moment in time. Knowing that fear has already been overcome because of all the drawings from the past of the joy. and knowing that in this present moment, we are grateful. Grateful for the opportunity of life, grateful for the opportunity of self-care, and grateful for the opportunity to reset ourselves for a wonderful, wonderful life ahead. And then very gently, we lift our hearts, we lift our head. We bring our hands to prayer position in our chest. And we thank ourselves. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Shout out now to Jaja and Aj, Sam, and Lanlan. Hi, Danica. Thanks, everyone. It's never easy. It takes a lot of effort to be happy. But it is a practice. It is a habit. So I encourage you to find the joy in the little things, and then let it stay. Let it groove in your body, and walk with that groove when you walk out of your chair, you know? So tomorrow and the next few days, I would love for you to continue. I'd like to thank JP, Lasse, and Troy for setting me up so well. And then for Bo, Vince, and Sky to continue this wonderful journey. Because I can tell you this has truly helped me, and I hope it has helped you. So thanks, everyone. I'll see you again. Urban Ashram Yoga. By the way, we have dance classes now. We have Solo Latino, a free class on Friday, 7:45, to set the weekend right. And then we got Jason and the Maneuvers to do modern dance starting every Sunday, starting the 12th of July. So do come. Nobody's watching. So dance like nobody's watching and bring joy to yourselves and to your family. And of course, our regular yoga classes at Urban Ashram Yoga, we're still on sale on Lazada. It's $199 per class. You can't go wrong. Find your teacher. And we'll be here for the next few days until the 21st day. Pa-shout out now, JP and Troy. Hi, Carla. Yes, we will dance. And dancing is an instant endorphin. So I'd love to see you all at Urban Ashram Yoga. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Laz Live. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in class. Bye.